What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it with another boxing video. So, Tank Davis just got a W over the weekend over Mario Barrios. Okay, a fight where he faced a little adversity, not so much adversity like he got hurt or anything, but he was getting outboxed for a little few stretches of the fight. But the man Tank Davis, like I always said, man, this guy got power in both hands. One of the few fighters in boxing right now who could knock you out with either hand. You know what I mean? Especially from the southpaw position. With the straight left or that right hook, it'd be night-night for lots of these fellas. You know what I mean? Be stretching them out. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. The man Tank Davis is copying the Canelo blueprint. You know what I mean? Straight up and down, copying the Canelo blueprint with no shame about it. Just straight up following the man. You know what I mean? When I say the Canelo blueprint, I'm talking about jumping from division to division, collecting belts, but not fighting the best fighters in any of these divisions. And we can really truly say that in every single division Tank Davis has campaigned at since he's been a pro, he has not fought the best fighter in any of these divisions. You know what I mean? We could talk about going up to 140, fighting Mario Barrios, something sort of similar to what Canoli did when he went up to 175. Canoli went up to 175 and fought, who did he even fight? He fought the weakest link at the time, the elder statesman, a guy who had been knocked out twice prior in the man Sergey Kovalev. Gave the man Sergey Kovalev exactly 8 weeks to prepare, and this was exactly 8 weeks coming off of that fight where he almost got knocked out by the man Anthony Yard. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight the better Beeves, the Dmitry Bivol, who's been been clamoring for a fight with Canoli. You know what I'm saying? He said he'll come down to 168 to fight the man Canoli and or Triple G. But neither guys tried to fight the man Bivol. You know what I'm saying? But better Beef and Bivol, these guys were active. These guys were ready to fight the man Canoli. Anybody would. And that's what Tank Davis did when he went up to 140. He didn't fight the man Josh Taylor. He's not even fighting a guy without a belt like a Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? He fought Mario Barrios. Now, there's a lot of people out here on these YouTube streets, not in real life, because the people I do talk boxing with in real life, they know boxing. I don't really talk in real life with no casuals. I just listen to them talk boxing. When they say some nut ass shit, I correct them. But the man Regis Prograis wants all the smoke with the man Tank Davis. He's not a champion. Neither was Mario Barrios. But the Tank Davis fanatics, and I have nothing against Tank Davis. I like the kid. But I'll call you a fanboy fanatic when you're coming to tell me Mario Barrios was somebody. That dude was a nobody. His biggest win was beating that cowboy Texas dude, Carl Somebody. A guy who had been knocked out before. A guy who had never even cracked Showtime or PBC on Fox. He was relegated to the PBC on FS1. You know what I mean? The guy from Texas. I'm forgetting his last name right about now. You check it. But with that being said, the Tank Davis fans are going to try and make it look like Mario Barrios is somebody. So you got to put Tank up there in your pound for pound list because he went up 2 weight classes and beat Mario Barrios. That's what I'm not going to do. Mario Barrios was unproven. Just because the WBA, who are ruining boxing, literally, with all these nut-ass belts, because they handed the man Mario Barrios a WBA Reggie belt in a fight I thought he lost or arguably got a draw versus Batia Akhmedov, who just made Alginas Mendez quit on the undercard of this Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios fight. You know what I mean? You check it? Now, that's what the Canoli fans tried to do too. They tried to make it look like Kovalev, oh, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Oh, he's a 3-time champion at 175 pounds. Oh, this, that, and the third. But we know who he was. And we know who the best is at the time at 175 pounds. And if you want to say Canoli's the number one pound for pound fighter, well, he has to do such things, going up to weight classes and knocking off, beating the best fighter at that weight class. Then, without a shadow of a doubt, he's top five. He's number one pound for pound, similar to Tank Davis. Even to crack the top 10 pound for pound, he hasn't yet on my list because he fought Santa Cruz at 126, 120. A guy who came into the boxing game at a bantamweight, might have been even at a super flyweight, Leo Santa Cruz, okay? Leo Santa Cruz, a guy who's been a world champion at 118, 122, 126. Got himself a little fake-ass WBA belt versus a nobody, a guy who was not even in the top 15 in the rankings, that Hispanic Mexican dude. I can't remember his name right now because that dude was a nobody. And that's who Santa Cruz beat in order to get a belt. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, he won 2 belts. Is it? Who knows? Who knows with all these WBA belts? But that's who Tank Davis fought to get himself a 130-pound strap. Alright? And Leo Santa Cruz was not proven at 130. He fought a nobody to be handed a belt. Leo Santa Cruz is a guy who's a career bantamweight. It's not a coincidence, and it's not a surprise that the man got knocked out in the fashion he got knocked out in by the bigger Tank Davis. Okay? Gotta put these things into perspective, not just because we like somebody. I like Tank Davis, but I like boxing and integrity more than somebody feeding me fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? I don't even tell my kids no fairy tales. Really and truly. They want to know anything about fairy tales, they could read it. They're at that learning age. They could read all the Rapunzels and Hansel and Gretel's, Jack and the Beanstalks, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. That's all well and fine. We watch all that. But I'm a grown-ass man and I don't need nobody, especially listening to these YouTube boxing videos telling me that Tank Davis went up 2 weight classes, beat a great fighter at 140 pounds, an undefeated fighter, so he's in the top 5 pound for pound. Boy, please. Girl, please. That's what I'm not going to do. You know why? I'd like to see him fight at 130. Shakur Stevenson, great fight, beat that type of style. A defensive maestro on Shakur Stevenson. Knock him out, and I believe Tank Davis can. With either hand. Get that get that 130-pound scalp on your resume. Okay, boom. Go to 135. Beat a Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez or a Lomachenko. You can beat Ryan Garcia, but you ain't gonna get no stripes for that. Because what has that guy done? You know what I mean? Shit, you'll even get props for beating a Javier Fortuna straight up and down. Javier Fortuna better than any Mario Barrios and Leo Santa Cruz that he's fought. Or Yukio's Gamboa. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go to 140 or stay there and fight the man Josh Taylor. Simple and plain. That's a big money fight for both fighters. And you can get all them straps, become undisputed just like that. Boom, in one shot. Ain't have to put in work. All you got to do is put in work and fight Josh Taylor. Big fight. I'm saying that'll be on some Floyd Mayweather versus Ricky Hatton type shit. You know what I mean? But, the blueprint is following Canoli. You know what I mean? Like I said, Tank Davis has not ever in his life fought any of the best fighters at the same time campaigning in the same weight class. That's what he hasn't done. You know what I'm saying? 130 pounds. Jamel Herring. That's an easy dub for Tank. You know what I'm saying? You want to make a black versus a Mexican big rivalry thing? You want to do that? Make that shit happen versus the kid Oscar Valdez versus Tank Davis. That's a massive fight, man. That's a massive fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, Canoli was at 175 pounds, didn't face the best. When he came up to 168 initially, he fought Rocky Felding, a guy similar to a Mario Barrios in terms of holding a WBA Reggie belt, not the real champion. Rocky Felding, a guy who had been knocked out before. Canoli ain't getting no strikes for that, so neither will Tank Davis. You heard? When the man Canoli was at 160, he fought Danny Jacobs and he fought Triple G, but he did fight Jamel Charlo and Bubo Andrade. So he did face the best of the best at 160. I mean, he's at 168, and and let's be honest, the title holders at 168 are weak champions, whether it was Callum Smith or whether he got a vacant title versus Avni Yildirim, or was it Callum Smith, whatever. Billy Joe Saunders. This guy had never tested himself in life besides fighting, what's his name, Andy Lee. And that was a long time ago, y'all. Like, we talking about like 2015, 2016. You know, so we got to put things in perspective, you know what I mean? When we talking about why somebody's pound for pound, it's not because we like them. That's not a reason why somebody should be on your pound for pound list. No. It should be because of the work he's put in, who he's beat. You know what I'm saying? Now, a man like Manny Pacquiao, you know, Manny Pacquiao throughout his career, I'll say when he came to 135 pounds, when he fought David Diaz, that's the only time I can say, the only time he didn't fight the best of the best at the weight class, because there was a Nate Campbell who was around, and Baby Bull Diaz, who had been beat by the man Nate Campbell. Nate Campbell held like 3 straps. Pacquiao held 1 more, the WBC. That's a fight that should have been made. At 140, he knocked out Ricky Hatton, you know what I mean, who was a lineal champion over there. You know, at 147, like, we ain't going to talk about that. He's fought everybody at 147. Whether it's going back to fighting Cotto. He didn't fight Paul Williams, though. He fought Clottey. He fought, of course, Mayweather. Bradley a few times, 3 times. So his welterweight resume stellar. So it's 135 pounds where I'll say he didn't fight the best of the best. And that's a bad matchup at the time. Now, even at the lower weights, let's say like 130, he didn't fight a Juan Guzman. Well, Juan Guzman was a good fighter. Would have given Pacquiao problems. But at the end of the day, Pacquiao was fighting the lineal champion and fighting for lineal titles versus guys like Juan Manuel Marquez. You know what I mean? Guys on the pound for pound list. You know, so, you know, Tank Davis ain't fighting guys on the pound for pound list, and neither is the man Canoli, besides Triple G. And I don't even know why Triple G was on the pound for pound list at the time, because man like Triple G, he hadn't fought nobody. His biggest dub was Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs at the time had never, ever been a world champion. You know what I mean? So we got to put things, you got to be focused and really be talking about the real rather than whom we like, and just because, oh, you don't want to put it on the pound for pound list for whatever reason. Oh, you hating on PBC fighters. Man, fuck out of here, man. If you know B-March Boxing, man, I cover all boxing. A single network, whether it's PBC, ESPN, The Zone. Ain't there some new joint, Triller? Whatever it is, I'm there. I don't care. I told you, I watch boxing, whether it's on the Food Network, Cooking Channel, the motherfucking QVC, Disney Channel, CNN. I don't care where it's at, Nickelodeon. You tell me where boxing's at, I'm there. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to cover it. You know what I mean? So it's not about that. I'm not a fan of no fighter. I like boxing, period. I'm a fan of boxing. And we're not going to just be selective about things. I ain't give Canoli props for none of them Avni Yildirim fights. The man Callum Smith, look, Callum Smith was a good fighter. I don't like how he fought, though. He fought like a pussy. Slim ain't do shit. He ain't do shit. Neither did Billy Joe Saunders. They ain't test the man, you know what I mean? And, you know, at the end of the day, it's a weak division. But Canoli can't help for fighting those guys. But guys like Avni Yildirim, you get no strikes for that. You know what I mean? Rocky Felding and those type of guys, You check it. So neither will the man Tank Davis, because they doing the same thing. They said Canelo is a four-weight champion at the time because, and they were including that, and they tried to say he's on some Henry Armstrong shit, three weight classes, and they were including that WBA Reggie strap that he beat Rocky Feldon for. Okay, that was disgusting. I was disgusted by hearing that on the broadcast. One of the number one reasons why I always mute the zone. You know what I'm saying? I always mute the zone when it comes to their commentary. You know what I mean? Um, but they did the same thing with Tank Davis this last weekend. They said he's now a three-weight class champion. I seen one of the fellas. He's an associate. I mean, he's a guy I know. We hoop together. It's enough respect to my man. I ain't gonna say Slim's name, but Slim was talking about what you call it, Gervonta. We just witnessed history being made. I asked him, "What history you talking about? What history you talking about? You think Tank Davis is the first?" They said because Tank Davis is a three-weight class champion. I was like, boy, please. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he got himself a WBA Reggie strap? Are we serious? Is that what we're doing? That's what I'm not going to do. I give him legitimacy as a two-weight class champion. His IBF strap that he beat the man, what's that kid's name? The Puerto Rican guy. Jose Pedraza. It's legit IBF strap. That was a good W. Very good fight. Legit. Okay? Then he got himself a WBA Reggie belt. I don't count that. Fuck that belt. At 130... he's a legitimate champion because he beat a super fraud at 130 and at Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? I think at 135 he holds some kind of Reggie belt, if I'm not mistaken. I know one of them two belts is a fake belt at 135, I believe. And then at 140 he got himself another Reggie belt. You know what I mean? So Nah, he might be just a one champion, a one weight class champion, legitimately. I might have to look that up right now, y'all. Why not? Why not? B-Marsh Boxing likes to go off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to look that up right now. That's what we're going to do right now. Three weight class champion, man. He ain't Tony Canzaneri. He ain't Benny Leonard. He ain't Henry Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about three weight class champions, that's who comes to my mind. And there's plenty, of course, Floyd, Oscar De La Hoya, Pacquiao. But we talking about the original. You know what I'm saying? Yes, okay. So you see versus Yurioki's Gamboa, he won a WBA regular, vacant lightweight title. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Leo Santa Cruz, he won himself a super title, the WBA super title at 130 pounds, because that's what the man what's his name? It's Leo Santa Cruz won, you know what I mean? So, we gotta be real about these things, you know what I mean? As far as, we can't be calling this guy. That's actually the truth now. He's only a one weight class champion. Two-time. He's won the two straps already at 130, but he's not even a three weight class champion. You know what I mean? That's what we're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to rate that man as far as like I said, there ain't no Tony Canzaneri, Barney Ross, Henry Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys who I consider when I think about the first triple weight class champions. Bob Fitzsimmons, middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. You check it? Alexis Arguello, Roberto Duran. You know what I mean? What's the man's name? Bazooka. Wilfredo Gomez. Wilfred Benitez. That's disrespecting those guys who won legitimate triple crowns, titles in three different weight classes. I'm gonna run it back to y'all again because I'm getting pissed just thinking about that shit. Tank Davis has only won a world title in one weight class, the legitimate world title, 130-pound title when he beat Jose Pedraza, and a 130-pound title when he beat Leo Santa Cruz. He won himself a Reggie belt at 135 pounds when he beat a vacant Reggie belt when he beat Yuriokis Gamboa. That shit don't count. And neither does a Mario Barrios 140 Reggie belt. That shit don't count. You know why? Because there's already a legitimate champion at 140 by the name of Josh Taylor, and there was already a legitimate champion at 135 pounds with the WBA strap named Lomachenko at the time. And now Teofimo Lopez has it. Make those fights, man. Cut the bullshit, man. Be Marsh Boxing. Big ups to everybody. Big ups to my man Red Eyes. What the deal, man? Red Eye says, "What up, B? Didn't he get a belt in England? Who? Tank Davis? He ain't win no. He only been to England once. He fought a guy named Liam Walsh. That dude was never no champion. Liam Smith or some Liam Walsh. He was that white dude. No, no, nah." All right, y'all. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you like the content, and if you would like to donate or show support to B Marsh Boxing channel. My PayPal account address is bmarsh333 at gmail.com. And my Cash App is $bmarsh333. Big ups to everybody in the chat. And really, really and truly, think about these words I said, y'all. That's disrespecting all them old school fellas who really put in work, including Floyd Mayweather. And I got to run it back again. Floyd Mayweather was the one complaining that boxing's watered down now because there's too many goddamn belts. But guess what, Floyd Mayweather? You ain't practicing what you preach, because all you're doing is getting Gervonta Davis these regular title belts, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on no level like no Tommy Hearns, Ray Leonard. These guys put in work. Even Jeff Fennick. Jeff Fennick was a triple champion, triple crown champion. And them fellas, Tank Davis ain't do what Jeff Fennick did. Jeff Fennick was like a world champion in 7 or 8 fights. You know what I'm saying? Hector Camacho, Julio Cesar Chavez, these are real legitimate triple crown champions. Iran Barkley, you know what I mean? Pernell Whitaker. Now, Red Eyes, he ain't fight nobody. He defended his IBF strap in England. The only time he's been there. You know what I mean? And I ain't even looking that one up. That one I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones is a triple crown champion. I mean, even Leo Santa Cruz is a legitimate triple crown champion more than the man Tank Davis is. And that's a fact. That's a fact, straight up and down. At 118, he fought that South African dude, albeit a vacant title, but it wasn't no Reggie title. IBF, boom, there you go right there. At 122, 122, who'd he fight? Who'd he fight? I know at 26, I think he fought at featherweight. He fought what's that guy? What's that guy on TV? What's his name? Matter of fact, Leo Santa Cruz is a 4 weight class champion. What's that guy he fought at 126? The guy who said he sees something and he want to fight Tank Davis. He would have gotten mashed up. Abner Mares. I don't like that dude anyways. F that dude. Even man like Johnny Tapia is a triple crown champion. You know what I mean? James Toney. Eric Morales, that's disrespecting all these legends. Even Nonito Donaire. All these legends. You know what I'm saying? Even man like Jorge Linares, a guy you saw just fight not too long ago. He's a legitimate triple crown champion. But Tank Davis is not. But his fanboys are just reiterating what they heard on TV, because on TV they lie to y'all. They can't lie to me because I'm a purist, dogs. I'm a hardcore. You know what I mean, anything I do hardcore, rough, rugged, and raw, straight up and down. You know what I mean? I'm a shrewd businessman, and I don't play that fugazi shit, man. I deal with straight up and down facts and data. And Tank Davis is not a triple crown champion. and he's copying the Canelo blueprint. Floyd Mayweather is probably saying, let's watch what Canelo did. Now look, Floyd Mayweather has done it himself on his own back, on the own strength of his own blood, sweat, and tears. But Canelo's the one running the game right now as boxing as far as the cash cow here in North America, in the United States. I mean, so who better to follow? Because there ain't nobody holding a torch to Canelo in boxing, and the closest in America is probably Deontay Wilder. He's the biggest star over there on the PBC. Tank Davis is a very big star, up and coming. You know what I mean? And they lying to y'all. They can't lie to me. I just want to see the brother in some good fights. Red Eye says, "Oh right, yes indeed." Red Eye says, "Getting no notifications, B." I'm sure. I won't doubt it. You know what I mean? YouTube is on some bullshit, but I give thanks. I ain't gotta depend on no YouTube revenue. You know what I'm saying? They check it because I know how YouTube be. And they ain't gonna censor me. I'm gonna speak how I speak and how I feel, you know what I mean? You check it. Reason I be talking about donations and showing support these days is because why not? You know what I'm saying? I give y'all some good content. I see some other cornballs out here who ain't talking about shit in boxing except tugging on fellas' Bozaks when it come to being fanboy fanatic channels. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I mean? And I always apologize to y'all, man. I'd love to do more content daily. You've seen how I was pumping out videos throughout February and March, like every day, sometimes like 6 a day. That's because I was on vacation. I got time. These days I ain't got time, especially on Mondays. Man, be busy like a MF. You know what I mean? You check it, and I give thanks. God is good, and I love boxing, and I enjoyed this weekend's fights, all of them. A lot of Dominicans was fighting on TV this last weekend. I enjoyed all of them, and that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? For the love of the sport. But yo, B Marsh Boxing, big ups to everybody, especially my man Red Eyes. You already know. Salute my dude. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. One.